Let me guess. You've been staring at your textbook for hours, highlighting, rereading, drinking coffee number 3, and still, it feels like nothing is sticking. Yeah, I've been there too. You study, but later, you can't remember half of it. Or maybe you understand it while studying, but during the test, blank. Poof, gone. It's frustrating, right? Well, what if I told you the problem isn't you? It's your study method. You don't need to study harder. You need to study smarter. So, today, I want to share with you 3 simple but powerful tips that completely changed the way I study. These tips made my brain go from, I don't get it, to wait, I remember this. No magic. No secret formula. Just science-backed, real-world tips that actually work. Let's get into it. Tip number 1. Stop studying for long hours without breaks. Okay, here's the truth. Studying for 5 hours straight is not heroic. It's actually kind of useless. Our brains are not designed to stay focused for hours without rest. After about 25 to 30 minutes, your focus drops. Your brain gets tired, and the longer you push, the less you remember. So instead of forcing yourself to sit for hours, try this. Study in short, focused sessions. There's a method called the Pomodoro technique. It's simple. Study for 25 minutes. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat. After 4 rounds, take a longer break, like 15 to 30 minutes. That's it. Why does this work? Because your brain loves short sprints. When you study with a timer, you're more focused. You're not checking your phone or randomly daydreaming. You're just present. And those short breaks, they help your brain process and store what you just learned. Bonus tip, during the break, don't scroll on TikTok or watch Netflix. Get up, stretch, drink water, breathe. Give your brain some real rest. It's amazing how much more you can learn when you stop trying to cram. Tip number 2, don't just read. Do something with the information. Let me ask you this. Have you ever read a whole chapter and then realized you didn't remember anything? Yeah, reading is passive. It feels like you're learning, but most of the time, you're not. Here's the key. Learning is active. Your brain remembers better when you do something with the information. Instead of just reading or highlighting, try explaining it out loud, even if it's to your wall. Teaching it to someone else, or pretend to. Writing it in your own words. Drawing a mind map. Making flashcards, and testing yourself. One of my favorite ways, it's called the Feynman technique. You take a concept and try to explain it in the simplest way possible, like you're teaching a 5-year-old. When you do that, 2 things happen. You realize what you actually understand. You discover the parts you're confused about and can fix them right away. So next time you learn something new, don't just read it. Use it. Say it. Draw it. Break it down. The more your brain interacts with the information, the stronger the memory becomes. And trust me, when test day comes, you'll be surprised how fast things come back to you. Tip number 3, study when your brain is at its best. Let me tell you something weird. I used to stay up super late to study. I thought I was being productive. No distractions, everyone's asleep, total focus. But I was wrong. I was tired. My brain was slow. I couldn't absorb anything. Then I tried something new. I started studying in the morning, right after I woke up, fresh mind, no noise, and suddenly, things made sense faster. I remembered more. I needed less time. Here's what I learned. When you study matters just as much as how you study. Everyone has a different focus window, a time of day when your brain is sharp. For some people, it's the early morning. For others, late afternoon. So how do you know when your focus is best? Simple. Try this. Study at different times for a few days, morning, afternoon, evening. Pay attention. When do you feel most alert? When does studying feel easy? Once you find your golden hours, use them for the hard stuff, math, science, writing essays. Leave lighter tasks for low energy times. Also, don't forget sleep. Seriously, you can't learn if you don't rest. Sleep is when your brain organizes everything you studied. No sleep is wasted effort. So instead of staying up all night, get some real sleep. You'll wake up smarter than you think. Let me pause here for a second. We've already covered 3 major shifts. Use short focus sessions instead of long hours. Make learning active. Don't just read, interact, study at the right time for your brain, and don't skip sleep. But we're just getting started. In the second half, I'm going to show you how to build real study habits, deal with procrastination, and actually remember what you learn long term. It's going to get even better. Let's keep going. Let's talk about habits. Now, I know you've probably had this moment. You get super motivated one night. You say, tomorrow I'm going to study for 5 hours. And then tomorrow comes and you watch YouTube. Again, motivation feels great, but it doesn't last. That's why you need this. Build a routine. Make studying automatic. The secret to effective studying isn't willpower, it's consistency. And consistency comes from habits. Here's how to make it simple. Pick one small study goal. Just 25 minutes a day is enough to start. Choose a regular time and place. Your brain loves routine. The more you study in the same spot at the same time, the easier it gets to start. Use a trigger, like right after I brush my teeth, I open my study notebook. Or, as soon as I get home, I study for 25 minutes before anything else. The smaller and simpler the routine, the easier it is to stick with it. Once it becomes a habit, you won't even have to think about it. You'll just do it. And when you study a little bit every day, you avoid that last-minute panic before exams. No more all-nighters, no more stress, just steady progress. Still procrastinating? Try this. Okay, but what if you still don't feel like it? You tell yourself, I'll start in 10 minutes. Then it becomes 1 hour, then 3, then I'll just do it tomorrow. We've all been there. So here's one trick that helps me every time. The 2-minute rule. It goes like this. If a task feels too big, just tell yourself, I'll do it for 2 minutes. That's it. Just open the book. Just read one paragraph. Just write one sentence. That's all you have to promise. Because once you start, something amazing happens. You usually keep going. The hardest part was starting. This works because your brain isn't afraid of 2 minutes. It's small, it feels easy, and once you're moving, momentum kicks in. So next time you're procrastinating, forget about studying for an hour. Just do it for 2 minutes. Start the clock. You'll be surprised how far you go. Want to remember better? Use spaced repetition. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever crammed all night before an exam, only to forget everything 2 days later? Yeah, same. Cramming feels productive, but it's not, because your brain can only hold on to so much so fast. If you really want to remember things long-term, there's a better way. Spaced repetition. Here's how it works. You review something once today, then again in 2 days, then in 4 days, then a week later. Each time, you stretch out the gap a bit more. Why does this help? Because when you almost forget something, then remember it, your brain goes, oh, that must be important, and it locks it in tighter. There are apps that help with this too, like Anki, RemNote, or Quizlet. They'll show you flashcards right before your brain is about to forget, so you remember it longer. But you don't need apps. You can do this with a notebook and a simple review calendar. Just remember, it's not about how many times you review. It's about when you review. A little today, a little later, a little more next week. That's how you make memories stick. Bonus tip, make it meaningful. Let me tell you something that changed the game for me. When you care, you remember. If you're studying something that feels useless, your brain doesn't want to keep it. But if you can find a connection, even a small one, it sticks. For example, studying history? Imagine you're watching it like a movie. Learning a new language? Picture yourself traveling and using it. Reading boring theory? Ask, how would this help me solve a real problem? Make it personal. Make it real. Your brain loves stories, not just facts. Even something silly helps, like making up weird mental images or jokes. The more you feel something about what you learn, the more your brain says, hey, I want to keep this. Final words. So here's the recap. You don't need more hours. You need better strategies. Start small. Stay consistent. Work with your brain, not against it. Use short, focused sessions. Make your learning active. Study when your mind is sharp. Build simple habits. Beat procrastination with tiny steps. Use spaced repetition. Make it meaningful. You've got this. Honestly, studying doesn't have to be a struggle. It can actually feel good, calm, focused, satisfying. So next time you sit down to study, remember, you're not just doing homework. You're building a stronger brain. You're leveling up, and that's something to be proud of. Now, go crush it. I'm cheering for you.